Welcome to E3 Nintendo fans. And you guys thought we wouldn't have a press conference. Not my problem.
E3 2015 is right around the corner, and while more and more in the industry are beginning to doubt its effectiveness and momentum is beginning to wane for the annual industry hype fest, Nintendo is one of the few companies actually getting better from year to year. That said, they're still in last place in sales in this generation's console wars, and with the much anticipated Zelda Wii U being delayed till 2016, they'll need to pull out the big guns this June. I'm Travis.
I'm Aaron.
We're from Pixel Attack, and these are our top 5 predictions for Nintendo at E3 2015. Let's just get this one out of the way right off the bat. Main series Pokemon games continue to be some of the 3DS's best sellers, so much so that Nintendo has practically annualized the series. The last year we didn't see a main series Pokemon release was in 2008, so it's no stretch to think that we've got another one coming this fall. Furthermore, if you've been a Pokemon fan for more than a week, you know that each generation releases the first 2 games simultaneously and then a third a year or two later. In Gen 3 we saw Ruby and Sapphire, remakes of Gen 1 the next year, and then Emerald the year following. Gen 6 is on pace to follow a similar pattern. What are your thoughts, Aaron?
Thanks, Travis. Nintendo can be pretty predictable in a lot of ways, and the third installment of each Pokemon generation is one of those ways. I don't see it as a big announcement, but we all know Nintendo can make mountains out of molehills for some gaming events. I'm hoping to see something Pokemon related on the Wii U. I'm at a point where there's literally nothing I want to buy on the Wii U, and I'm hoping that changes soon.
Announced back in the April Nintendo Direct, we all knew that the plan is to keep the Super Smash hype train in full swing for as long as possible by incrementally releasing new characters as DLC. With Mewtwo already out and Lucas on the way, I'm predicting we'll see Nintendo announce the results of their DLC survey where fans could vote on the inclusion of their favorite character, as well as the announcement for 1 or 2 new characters, as well as possibly a few stages. Sound files discovered in a recent Smash update seem to show plans for Roy from Fire Emblem to return, as well as Ryu from Street Fighter. It's likely we'll see formal announcements regarding these characters at E3 this year.
I think we'll see Roy or another FE character announced for Smash in the Wii U, and I think it's a pretty big move for Ryu to come in, and even though I was on the fence at first, I think I'm convinced now. I think we'll see another Star Fox character as well, like Wolf or hopefully Slippy. I really want it to be Slippy so I can beat the hell out of him.
Amiibo are officially far bigger than anyone had ever expected. At this point last year, we didn't even know what Amiibo were. Look at us now. I've spent more money on Amiibo than I have on food this week. While Nintendo seems to have caught lightning in a bottle with their NFC figurines, they're going to need to continue to highlight why consumers should be buying them as Amiibo's second holiday season rolls around. So far, Nintendo has added some sort of Amiibo functionality to almost all of their first-party games since Mario Kart 8. Certainly, if Amiibo are going to stay relevant for another year, we're going to need some juicy details on how they're going to be incorporated into Nintendo's fall titles such as Mario Maker and Star Fox. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo announced a new lineup of Amiibo coinciding with one of their 2015 releases. A Slippy Amiibo, you say? There's money to be made.
Nintendo has a lot in store for Amiibo, and if they didn't at first, they sure as hell do now. Although I don't see a Star Fox or a Metroid line of Amiibo getting announced at E3, I do see something alongside one of the bigger franchises down the line. I'm putting my money on a stronger push for the Amiibo cards in Animal Crossing, which I think is kind of dumb, and a lot more information on new releases for the Super Mario line. It's gotta come soon.
As it stands right now, we don't have any hard dates for games post E3. We know Mario Maker, Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, Star Fox, Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem, and lots more are coming around the corner, but we don't exactly know when. With Mario Maker slated for a September 2015 release date and Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer expected for Q3, it's likely that Nintendo will give us specifics on when we can expect those titles, as well as release windows for Star Fox and the new Fire Emblem on 3DS.
I'm definitely looking for specifics. Yoshi's Woolly World, Mario Maker, and maybe even a new announcement with complete details for this holiday season. And I think there'll be some sort of Animal Crossing announcement, whether that be Happy Home Designers free to play, or that it's an extension of Animal Crossing New Leaf. And I don't think Windows for Star Fox is going to be enough. If that's Nintendo's only saving grace for the second half of 2015, I'm gonna need a date to look forward to.
Samus is under fire. She sent an emergency directive. Join the fight.
What's a football game without at least one Hail Mary, right? Retro Studios, the creators of Metroid Prime Trilogy, Donkey Kong Country Returns, and Tropical Freeze, have been working on an undisclosed project for a couple years now. Not only is it possible that Nintendo drops a brand new game on us at E3, the timing couldn't be better. You might remember that at the end of last year, Miyamoto stated that both Star Fox and Zelda Wii U would be out by the end of this year. Unfortunately, as is often the case with Nintendo, they've had to delay Zelda to ensure it's as good as it could possibly be. Please understand. This leaves Nintendo with a pretty big hole in their fall lineup. The biggest shopping day of the year, Black Friday, has been pretty good to the Big N over the last few years, thanks to them unloading some of their biggest and best titles the week of the de facto holiday. Last year, Nintendo dropped Super Smash Bros. Wii U, Pokemon Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, as well as the first wave of Amiibo on November 21st. Massive hype ensued. The year before, Nintendo released Super Mario 3D World and The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds on the same date. What's coming this year? It's unlikely that Star Fox alone is enough to carry Nintendo through the holiday season, and a studio as renowned as Retro could help ensure that Nintendo sees success during the holiday season for the third straight year.
Nothing would make me happier at this year's E3 than a new game announcement from Nintendo that's scheduled for this year. I want a new Metroid or Donkey Kong, but I don't see that getting announced this summer. I'm placing my bets on a new Mario announcement for this year, whether it be a Paper Mario U, a new Mario-based franchise, or a big new Mario 3DS title. I think something has to fill the void that Zelda is leaving, but I'm not sure if Nintendo is ready to move up one of its big releases. And we can't hope though.
So, there you have it. Just because Nintendo's post-E3 lineup doesn't have as many big hitters as normal doesn't mean things won't be exciting in the second half of 2015. What do you think the Big N will do to keep momentum going after a great 2014? Let us know in the comments below or tweet at us at Pixel Attack.